So, she always reached for the check. No matter where we went, she never failed to do so, wanting to state the fact that she got her own. I admire her for her mindset. And she wears a smile daily like the watch on her left wrist, and every time I made her laugh, I lost track of it. See, days with her felt short, and nights away from her felt like a lifetime, and I know this is really cliche of me to say, but she's honestly one of a kind. I discovered this when we were in a car listening to her iPod. A schizophrenic bartender for a playlist who mixes a little bit of Miguel, Blake Shelton, a whole lot of Taylor Swift, Frank Ocean is sleeping with sirens. I can understand why she likes to get drunk. She probably likes using coasters because she doesn't like people leaving marks on her table of contents without her permission. It's not often you find somebody who loves to read or be read to, so I'll start the rest of my poem like this. Chapter 1. The first time I met her. I want to call all the girls I ever liked and thank them for not giving me the time of day. And I'd be lying if I said that I remember what she was wearing the first time I laid my eyes on her. I guess I was mesmerized by hers. But what I do remember, she laughed at one of my lame jokes that used to break the ice. If I remember correctly, it was, "Hi, my name is Hong. I'm tall for an Asian, and I love long walks to the fridge." And those words, they build a bridge that crosses over from strangers to want to get to know each other. You see, we used to be each other's reasons to look forward to Monday nights. Fast forward 25 days, here's chapter 2, our first date. Meant to be something sweet and simple, turned to an episode of Rachel Ray. Somehow we ended up in my kitchen with a giant cookie and a pint full of ice cream. And halfway through reaching diabetes, I felt my heart racing. Not from the sugar overload, but for the first time in a long time, someone actually showed interest in me. She ended up meeting most of my family and friends in the span of 5 hours. Even though it wasn't intended, it made this a memorable first date. And while on the couch, watching Wreck-It Ralph, she identified that she was not a big fan of thunder. So I held her close to me and whispered to her, everything's going to be all right. But not holding her close enough to where she discovered that I'm not a big fan of thunder as well. While the movie credits appeared, and time got tired of being third wheel, it's time to call it a night. I'm walking her outside. I mustered all the courage I was building up all night, and I asked for a kiss. I mean, who does that? Apparently this 4 eyes. And our lips hugged underneath the sprinkling skies, and I promise you that nothing could have rained on my parade. You see, it's been a while since my knees forgot to support me. Now, while watching her drive off, I couldn't help but smile, replaying in my head the melody repeated, "It's been a while." That's where I'll stop with all the chapters. This is where the story skydives from the climax as all good things must find a way back to reality. She runs away when she feels vulnerable. I live in it. She was also damaged. No x-rays could detect that her heart has been fractured by this thing we call love. Her medication to recover required time to heal, not something we're trying to fix it for her. See, I couldn't be fearless. But I have been casting for the starring role, and here's the story how I met your mother. We didn't start out as friends. She was a combination of Rachel Green and Robin Shabasky, now somewhere in the middle of Ted Mosby and Ross Geller. And even though we did not end up together, I appreciated her honesty when she told me that we won't work out. It made me want to hit the gym just to prove her wrong, but 2 problems. 1, I don't have a membership, and 2, it wouldn't change anything. Isn't that just kick you in the crotch, spit on your neck fantastic? Having words that injure you more than sticks and stones? Her medication to recover shall be prescribed to me as well. Note to her ex-boyfriend. I never liked you, and the feelings were probably mutual. I hope you don't make the same mistake twice. She's giving you a gift I wish I was blessed enough for receiving, while you gave her something she never even wanted. It was stupid, it was terrible, and it was dumb. I hope you know that she came to me crying about you. So the first time we made eye contact, I knew off bat that you didn't like me, because she did. And the second time we were in the same room, you gave me a dirty look. Make me fight back every fiber out of my body, not to run up to you, to drop kick you in the chest, hoping that it looks just as much pain as you did to her. It could have killed you, but do not mess up your resurrection. And to her next boyfriend, who I recently discovered is her ex. Take lots of pictures and tell her she's beautiful. See, I came to the conclusion that she always hid away from the camera every time I tried to snap a picture because she didn't want to be seen with me. But I'll be damned if she didn't want my smile to be contagious. She didn't start believing that she's actually gorgeous. Show her you were worth keeping from early in the morning, simple conversation, even though you both have to be awake in a couple hours. And randomly buy her flowers and know that if she were to keep one, she hangs them upside down on her wall so the petals don't fall up unevenly. You should already know this. She will pirouette your worst days into your best days. She also likes to pour her milk first before her cereal. She tells me there's a theory. Apparently it tastes a little better. That's what I loved about her. She's a mystery novel that I always want to get lost in, but as of now, her story is not Disney produced. Well, at least not for me. We once had a conversation about how we're emotionally bankrupt for investing our time into someone. How trusting's difficulty set the very heart because we're tired of people playing games with us. Sooner or later, the connection will build slowly fade, and all we have to look back at are the memories that were made. And I'm afraid of the past reoccurring, leaving me standing in this own rainstorm of my own teardrops. And I used to think about her nonstop, and it killed me anything but softly. I keep telling myself that I want commitment, but I question if I'm ready. And I just want a shot of love, but my aim just isn't quite steady. See, she always reached for the check. But with the total coming out to someone being broken, I always end up paying.